Hi folks, and welcome back to Adam's Autos, and in this instalment we're going to refit the fan and the radiator. What we're going to do today is, if you can cast your mind back to last content I did, we'd got a run in, and the thing that I had said was I need to look at the fan because it didn't appear to be working. And in a nutshell, when I bought it from the chap in Walthamstow, he said that he didn't think the thermostat was working, or the thermostat switch, you know, that tells the radiator. So when your rad gets a certain temperature, it activates a switch and tells the fans kicking. Well, that weren't working, so what he'd done is he'd fitted this like just an override switch. And one of the things I did when I checked the fan, when I checked the bike over, that switch didn't appear to be working. So, as you've seen in the previous episode, it was a case of I followed the voltage and traced it. It had voltage all the way down to the fan motor, so it had to be the fan. And I'll show you what I found once I took it off. As I said, trace the voltage down to the fan, so it could only be the fan that was not working, and it would either be the burnout motor or wires. Now, when you had to take the radiator out to get the fan off, and when I took the bits out, the wire didn't appear to be attached to the back of the motor, as you can see there. So that's probably a very good reason why it wasn't working. Unfortunately, the connection just snaps right in the motor connections itself, and I don't know how you would get in there to repair it. There was, however, on eBay quite a few of these motors, between £20 and £30. Unfortunately, they're pretty generic through the FZR range, as it appears. So yeah, there wasn't a shortage of them. Those have been between £20 and £30. I thought, well, do you know what, I may as well just go and buy one, because I really don't know if that's repairable. I may look at it in a future episode, see how I feel. So yeah, that's basically what I did. Sorry folks, I'm getting a lovely smell of aviation fuel drifting over here at the minute, because as you may or may not remember, I am based right next to Southend Airport, and that's all I can smell. So there we go. Yeah, that's, as you can see, that's had some sort of refurbishment, which I'll be quite happy about, all for 24 quid. I don't believe it. We appear to have hit a snag. So there's me all happy, and yeah, we've got this nice refurbished bit of kit here. Here's the fan that's already come off the bike, and whilst everything looks as you would expect in the picture to go, oh yeah, that frame looks the same, it looks the same as that, they are in fact different. They're longer. Those will not fit the mounting points on that radiator. Damn it. I think the only way around this, which is annoying because obviously this being refurbished, it looks like I can take the motor out of this and drop it into there. So I think that's what I'm going to have to do. Other than that, the wiring is the same. As you can see there, that is what's missing from this one. So yeah, that looks like I'm going to have to do. As I said, this one's been refurbished, which is handy, so I should be able to unbolt that. It's this one. This one's going to be the fun and games. But well, the screws come out of any aggro, thankfully. So that's the old motor out. That's the frame. What I'm going to do is drop this motor out and then put it into here. As I said, they both look the same, but this frame fits the radiator, this one doesn't. So yeah, what I'm going to do next, take this one out, put it in there, and then we'll bolt it up to the radiator. So in true Blue Peter style, here's one I'm about to prepare earlier. This is the motor that come out of this frame. This is the motor that come out of this frame. Now there was some, as I say, the main difference was you can probably see it better now. These arms are shorter than these ones. Also, there's no screw holes in the motor that come out of this. There are in that, but I found I can put the screws through from this frame into there. So yeah, basically what I'm going to do, bit of a hybridisation, and just hope this works. It should do. Yeah, but anyway, so stick the zip wire through there, and then stick the wire through there, and then we're going to just screw up and we're going to do the same. We're going to button up these others, which is remarkably easy. We're going to tighten up. There we go. So that's one hybrid fan. All spins nicely in there. It's not hitting anything. Next thing, clip it into the little metal thing there. Just goes in there. Clamp it down. Right, that's that. So, I mean, this one I'll just show you quickly. So this was the actual original. This was the actual original motor. Hopefully you can get a clearer picture now. So the motor's still probably good. It's just that the wires are broken in a very inconvenient place. But I might get something to look at that, see if anything can be done. It's always nice to have a spare. Now that's done, the next job is to bolt it onto the radiator. Which should be simple enough. My job for that last thing, I'm not so sure. So what I've got is copper slip. Now one of the nuts did actually round off, so I bought some new ones. So yeah, they're stainless steel, so a bit of that on there, and we're going to button it up onto the fan. That's it, it's all dropped straight on, and then I'm going to put two nuts. First one. Second, and then alright, so I'm just gonna nip these up. There's 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is put this back onto the bike. Sorry about the angle, I put the wrong tripod out. Unintentional good news, the coolant that's in here looks fresh fresh and or clean, which is good. Anyway, right, so let's get this rad up. Now there's 2 bolts at the top on the frame, and then there's 2 bolts this side. I did cock up slightly and snap one off the other side, but I should think with the 3 holding it on for the time being, we will be fine. And I can get this bike down and we'll get the other one drilled out. So we've got the rad buttoned up. Now I have got one other issue. In that there's supposed to be like a spacer washer. I don't think you see it to go to a finger. I'll have to order one of them. This is the other one. In my infinite wisdom, I decided to try and unbolt this from there rather than there, because the bolt's close proximity to this rad hose and getting a ratchet in there. Alright, yeah, I could use a spanner. So yeah, but I should go and see my erstwhile mechanic over that. So all that's left is to tighten the rad clips up and put some coolant in it, get it started, get it warmed up, and see where we go. The rad's all buttoned up as much as I can do. As I say, I've got a bolt on the other side that needs removing and refitting, and there's a washer that's gone missing on the other side. But anyway, everything's buttoned up, it's all sealed, doesn't appear to be leaking any coolant, which is good. Filled the Filled this up with some fresh petrol. It's plumbed in, so we're going to put the ignition on. Right, bit of choke. Fire up. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is let it warm up basically. So I'll check back in very shortly to see if the fan's kicking in, because that's what we want. So yeah, been running it for a few minutes. Idling nice, you can hear. I put a little bit of oil in it, but that's a common thing with X-Ups, with the FZR fouls. Yeah, temperature gauge is starting to pick up, hope you can see that. I don't know how long it's going to take, so bear with, but I'll get back to you on that temperature gauge, just looking at normal levels. Right, I don't know if you can see that, but I can tell you right now that fan is kicking in. We are good. Cooling system's good. Fan's now working, see it's just cut out. That's wonderful. I'm happy. That means I can button up the tank, at least temporarily, because we've got to get the coals balanced. Put the seat on, and yeah, we can run it down and get all that shizzle sorted out. I'm going to leave it there. I am temporarily a happy bunny. Yeah, she revs up all right and all. There we go. That's lovely. Yeah, as I said, apart from doing the carb balance. There we go. So that's running. Cooling system's working. Put the tank back on, put the seat back on, and hopefully we'll get it down the road to my mate's workshop. We can do the other bits and pieces. So yeah, she's sort of ready to go, if you know what I mean. Thanks very much. Love and light. God bless.